All right, well, today is gonna be my second update on working on the car. There's been a few things that I did. As you can see, I got some parts in today. So we're gonna unbox those and we're gonna go through and try to basically take apart the hood, and then put the bumper on and then fit the headlight and see what we need to do with the fender. I ordered some parts from the dealer. I got the hood over here. This was a headlight bracket that was broken. I ended up melting the plastic back together with some super glue. So we'll see if that fits. It is extremely windy today, so please forgive the horrible sounds. As you can see, that was probably horrible right there, but I'll try my best. I got the van all blocking the wind, but okay, so here's the fender. And it is primed also from the dealer. So let's pick that up. We're able to get the headlight. And then this is the windshield wiper pump that's gonna go over there. Not pump, but motor, windshield wiper motor. Yeah, because the other one was broken, it had a broken aluminum bracket. So let's jump into it. Here is the motor. The windshield wipers. It was off a used Mazda CX-50 2023. Yeah, I think it was the same Meridian Package. The tab right here was broken off on mine, so I just went with a new one, and then if I could fix the other one, I'll probably resell it. Do a little unboxing. The headlight. Oh, damn, look at that. This one, I think they repaired this tab and then they sold it, but I'm probably gonna swap out the computers with the one I have, just in case there's any programming that needs to be done. I could just use the old one, but this one's clean. The lens has a minor chip right here, because I had this tab just fully broken off and I didn't have the tab anymore. And then down here was also broken off. So let's take off the hood and try to throw the new hood on it. We're gonna unbox the hood after we take this thing off and go from there. Let's check out the damage right here. I don't think it's that bad. We'll see. Oh, yeah. I mean, there is a slight dent, which we could probably. That's going inside. Oh, they're past this seal right here. Past the glue, it's going up inside into the interior. Quick little update. Cut out the little carport for myself to put on the headlight right now, and got the hood right here. Just took off the top piece. Gonna be transferring all the rubbers and plastics all back on here. It is starting to rain, which is a little unfortunate, but I think we're just gonna work right through it. Yeah, but Here's the hood. It is also primed, but it's like the color is very similar to what I already need, which is crazy. It's like slightly off, which is a good thing because it'll be painted a lot easier. But the top here actually, maybe these plastics are not going to go on here because this is also going to get painted. So we're going to wait on that. All right, new hood is on. Bolted it on, and it does fit, as in I don't think either of the hinges were too warped. This one is slightly, I think it does need a little bit of a adjustment because the fender is a little higher than the hood, you can see. But gap also right here is not the greatest, and then it kind of comes together down here, so that's good. The hood fits. Interesting how it kind of falls over the headlight slightly, but I'm sure once we put everything on, it'll kind of make more sense. Good news is that I ended up finding a bracket inside the car for the bumper to hook on. It's the same one on this side. I thought I was gonna have to purchase a new one, but let's see up the hood. So the hood opens. I'm gonna leave a blank here because they do need to paint it. And then I need to connect the little strut towers. Or not the strut towers, I don't even know what these things are called. But anyway, here's the hood. We're gonna try to focus now on putting together the bumper, then the headlights. So I got my hood all set up. I discovered that this thing right here is slightly bent, so it's not having that full extension. If you can see a little divot here. Unfortunately, it's a little too bright. Anyway, so it's not fully extending out. We might need a new one if we're not able to bend this back into shape. Just because the impact was so hard right here, I'm gonna bend it here. So we'll have to try to bend this out. I'm gonna try to bend these brackets out because they are pretty flimsy. I can bend them with my fingers. I'm gonna try to get it close to that side. So, and then I'm gonna try to throw the fender on with some screws, not too tight, just temporary, and we'll go from there. All right, sun's coming out. I had to take a little break because I just completely got rained out, but here's a little update. I'm taking like a quick little blitz to install the fender and get like a little temp fit. So it went on. I was able to bend down these brackets we talked about earlier. So there's one bracket and then the second bracket. They came up quite easily. I used a couple of tools, but they still need to be adjusted a little. So I put the fender on the screws, try to align them. So here's how this happened, by the way. I'm all over the place, but bear with me. So I lined up the fender with the door screws. That way we know for sure that it's sitting with the structure that did not get affected by the impact. And so as I line them up, this bracket still needs to be pushed a little bit this way to line up the hole here, along with the headlight bracket. So the headlight bracket also needs to be moved a bit this way as well because it got completely crushed right here. So it needs to get pushed out further out. And as far as the fitment goes, it's getting there. There is a slight gap, but it's coming together. So that was just a quick little update. I did not swap out the computer for this headlight. I'm gonna see if it gives me any code or anything for this adaptive headlight. I just plugged it right up, so we'll see. I found nothing online that told me that it's gonna make an issue, and hopefully it won't then. But if it does, then I can easily probably swap it out. Let's quickly test out the headlight. I'm gonna... There you go. I'm gonna turn them on. And then now we'll see. All right, well, they're both on. This one's clean. I mean, there's no water on it. The halo glows. Interesting. Oh yeah, this one does too. Okay, completely missed it. Halo glows. Curious about this one. It's a clean look. I don't think that there's a light bulb in here. Yeah. All right, well, let's check real quick if there's any codes. For the headlight, probably wouldn't show anything. Not function radar. Parking light malfunction. Have they parking light? All right. Huh. Well, maybe I think there is a light issue, because that's what the high beams light up there is. But then this turns on as soon as I hit it on. Parking light issue. So it might be with the computer. I'll do some more research. All right, a quick update. So I adjusted the fender a bit more. The gap here is pretty level. Like the transfer and the molding, and I screwed in all the bolts around the door. The door itself, it has, this area is good, and then right about here, it kind of falls in. So I'm not sure, maybe there is a slight bend here. Maybe we could save this door by just simply hammering with a rubber mallet on this edge and get it close to here. But it might also seem like it's such a interesting edge. We might be able to just bend it in and call it a day. No need to pull from here, but we shall see. Because the bend probably happened when they opened the door after the accident, and then the fender was tucked in there, and the door just, it just bent the door when they were opening it. So we'll see. But there is a slight issue right here on the hood, where the hood, if the hood is sitting lower than the actual fender, and that might be the bracket, although the bracket's sitting pretty tight, or it's missing the hood stopper, which would the rubber piece, which would bring it up and make it sit just a little bit fleshly. I can adjust that. That's like a height adjuster on the hood. Yeah, so this is where we're at so far. This edge, after I fitted the fender on, I noticed that the gap is pretty good up here, as in the door, and it is so windy today. As in the door and the fender, they meet pretty flushly up here. Up until this point, there is a buildup. So I'm gonna use a rubber mallet, and I'm gonna try to bend it out and see if I can line it up again with the fender, and that way we can get some overspray paint if I do damage the paint a little bit here. But that way, if we have a flush gap that works, then I won't need to do any sorts of pulling the door. And I just want to see if I could just fix it with the rubber mallet instead of having to get a claw and just yank the door back and some of the metal back. So we'll see. I'm gonna test up the fender now. Put some screws on it. I think I'm gonna have to get the screws for the bottom as well. But that's pretty damn good. wow, this is promising. I might get away with this, and I'm gonna be really happy. This thing where I tend to put sockets everywhere, and then I forget where I put them. So if you guys do that too, go ahead and like the video. So, just off the rip, there's a few dents right here that need to get addressed individually, not as a whole panel. But that brought it pretty dang close. So here, I need to put the screw in to get a better understanding. But so far what I'm seeing is right here, there's 2 bumps. And that could have been me from hitting it. All right, so I worked in it again. I hit in a few more spots where I thought the bumps were poking out a little too much. So at the moment right now, the fender is sitting slightly higher than the door. But as you can see, there's this slight drop off from the edge into the door, where when it bent out, it kind of bent this metal in. So I got a few ideas of how I can maybe pull it out, but right now this edge is sitting slightly lower than the fender. Messed around with it enough times. Now I need to get something and pull it out here. So I'm gonna use a good old plunger and see how well it works. All right. All right, I think I got to a stopping point. Let me show you real quick. But today, we got the hood done, with the fender put in place. Obviously, there's a few more things to do with all these items. It was just test fitted. The hood went on, the fender went on, headlight went on, and then we were gonna throw the bumper on, but we still need to do a few things with the headlight to fully properly install it, and then we could throw the bumper back on. So with the door situation, let me guys show you real quick, and then I gotta head out to a Christmas party with my wife. The door got pretty close. I tried the pull plunger trick. There's a slight still dent, so I'm gonna brainstorm. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But it still needs to get slightly pulled from this angle right here. Maybe a stronger suction cup can yank it out. So, but as far as the fender with the door, it got pretty dang close. It's not bolted on fully right now, but it got pretty dang close. And then the door obviously opens with no issues. So yeah, there's gonna be probably next steps is obviously get that fully done, with the hood, headlight and bumper, and then we'll deal with the whole windshield situation. So if you guys have any advice what I should do, stay tuned, let me know down in the comments, and thanks for watching. Also, one last note real quick, the more I'm looking at the car, I'm just kind of sitting here and looking at it, let me know if it looks like a BMW or not, okay? Because there's like a slight BMW SUV look to it. So let me know if it's just me or there is maybe a little bit of that to it.